Hi, welcome back. Before we learn Python further, I wanted to show where you can look up Python documentation to learn more, to look at possibilities of libraries and everything when you're actually programming. Because as a programmer, you would always be searching for libraries to use, functions available, syntax, and everything. There's no reason to memorize everything because all the documentation is available for reference. And I wanted to show how or where to go to find good documentation for all these things. Now go to Google and search for Python. So it's the same site that we already went, python.org. That's the main Python website where we downloaded Python earlier. So here, go to documentation, and then we're using Python 3, so go to Python 3 docs. Now, this is a place that I go to all the time, so I wanted to show this, but there are tons of other reference documentation available online by people who have created Python because of their affection to the language. This is the one I use because this is the official Python documentation, and the two places I go to are the library reference and language reference. So we'll cover language reference first. If I go in here, as you can see, there's documentation about several things, things we have already covered. For example, operators, right? So if I go in there, you see all these operators. We saw the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, integer division, remainder, also called the modulus operator. There are several other operators. We're going to cover some of these in the later videos, these comparison operators and everything. This we did not cover. 2 stars means exponentiation. So 3, for example, 3, 2 star 2 is 3 exponential 2, which would be 9. So that's what the output you would get. But as you can see, there are several other operators available. The reason I wanted to show this is the place you can go and look at all the possibilities of Python and actually play with it. And the second thing is, when you're actually programming, you would look up reference material like this to see what the possibilities are and incorporate that in your programming. So being able to find documentation and use them correctly is very important, is as important as the process of programming itself. And the second thing I wanted to show is the library reference. So here you can see all the built-in functions available in Python. So we saw type conversions, which is the float. We saw the int conversion. We saw str, which is the string conversion. But as you can see, there are tons of other functions available. We didn't cover many of these yet. We would slowly cover some of them in the videos. But again, as I said earlier, we would not be able to cover everything that's on this page, right? So looking up this documentation and using the library functions that are available appropriately is so much important as the process of programming itself. So I would definitely encourage you to bookmark this page and then come back to it as we learn further concepts, right? Because we're going to learn the basics, but then it's up to you to look up the other possibilities and then practice them so that you know what's available and you can use them correctly. So that's all I wanted to show in this video on how to look up documentation as you learn Python concepts. So in the next video and further, we will go into other concepts of Python, but keep coming back to this to learn more. Thank you. See you in the next video.